Alright everybody, I just wanted to show you guys that I actually got the pedal commander installed, and what I could say about it is it's definitely cool. Is it worth the $300? I don't know, that's pretty much for you to decide. I paid the 300 bucks. I like it because what it doesn't actually give you horsepower like everybody says. I mean, nobody's really claiming that, but what it does do is eliminates that throttle lag that you have. I think the best spot that I have mine, my sweet spot, what I like, is I actually have mine on Sport Plus 2. That's what I like. My car is a manual, so I know it's a little bit different than the guys with the automatic transmissions. I could see why they're saying, when they're hitting the gas, it's snapping their head back. When they're shifting gears, it seems like it changes their shift points. It's definitely, obviously, going to be a little bit different when you're driving a manual car. It's definitely cool. I like it. I paid the 300 bucks. Like I said, I think it is worth it, for myself anyway. I mean, I have no gripes. It does exactly what I expected it to do. Well, one thing that I did notice that was definitely awesome, I have the Hellcat intake, the air intake box installed with a K&N air filter. One thing that I did notice, I mean, I'm sitting in the car now, so the temperatures are definitely up and the car is shut off, but it was 32 degrees outside, and every time I'd push on the gas, my temperature that's over here that's showing 80 now was actually at 42 degrees, and then when I would push on the gas, I would actually drop all the way down to 37 degrees for the intake air temp, which is definitely cool. 32 degrees outside, dropped all the way down to 37. That's only a 5-degree difference between the outside temperature and the actual temperature of the intake, which I think is definitely awesome. You could definitely feel, you could tell that throttle leg's gone. I actually had it on Sport Plus 4. Sport Plus 4, it was a little bit too much. It was drivable. You could do it, but when you're shifting gears, I guess it would take a little bit of getting used to, of actually shifting and where they have the gas pedal. And I don't think it's worth keeping it on Sport Plus 4. It's a little bit insane. For me, myself, like I said, I like it on the number 2 mark. I tried the other levels. They seemed a little too low for me, and I think that's actually perfect. I did do a 0 to 60 time. I didn't film it. I wasn't able to because I obviously can't do it while I'm trying to shift gears manually and try to hold the camera. I would like to have a mount to watch that, but I don't think it's going to do anything with the 0 to 60 times. But what it does do, like I said before, and like everybody's saying, it gets rid of that throttle lag, which is definitely awesome. I used to drive, older Mustangs, and I always liked that feeling, with the actual throttle feeling like you're hooked straight to the car. And that's what this thing does. It makes you feel like you're connected, with the car. You want that power, it's there right now. And that's what's definitely awesome. Other than that, I'm not going to go over how to install. It's very simple. It's like a 5-minute install. The only thing that I had issues with this car, and it had nothing to do with the power commander, it was actually popping up underneath of the dash. There was a couple tabs that I had to pop off. They were kind of a pain in the butt, but they were secured really well, which that's what I expect from Dodge, which is definitely cool too. But literally it took me maybe 10 minutes total to do it, and that was just because of me trying to get those clips off. Other than that, just follow directions, what the box tells you to do exactly what it tells you to do. It's simple. You plug in 2 different things and you're on your way. Other than that, I'd like to thank RT Life in Growl's Garage, because there was another guy, I can't remember his name, but I watched several videos. Does exactly what those guys are saying that it does, and it's definitely cool. Other than that, I couldn't find any negative reviews, anybody that said that, oh, this thing isn't worth it and yada yada yada. Do I think it's, it should cost 300 bucks? No, I don't. I think it should be around the $200 mark, but I paid it, and I mean, I'm gonna have to stick with it because I like it. It's definitely worth it. So let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions or anything of that nature, let me know. And thanks. Have a great day.